Hey everyone, Flying Dutchie here, and welcome to Hearts of Iron 4 in the La Resistance DLC. It's a preview. I got a copy from Paradox Interactive, and I can show you some new features, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So, you voted for the run, and you all voted for France. So we're going to play as France. And I already did some testing, and we are going to play on regular mode in Ironman. So we want to try to get some achievements, I guess. And we will go non-historical, so everything can happen. And this is going to be a slow run at the start, because I will explain the new features in the La Resistance DLC. And we will set up the game at the start, so maybe in this first episode we're not even going to play the game, but just set up everything and look at the new features. And I will try to explain them. And before we start, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel and tick the bell. And tell me what you think about La Resistance in the comment section of the video. And now we can start the game, so let's jump into it. Oh yeah, we have to make a Ironman save, so let's make it a let's play France. There we go. And you guys voted for the route we are going to take as well. And we will go towards the Monarchist side in this run, so that's going to be very interesting. So, let's see, where should I start? I mean, I think these buttons look a bit different, right? We now have an intelligence agency, for example. I'm not sure if I'm going to show it right now. Maybe I should, because it's the newest thing. And on the other hand, we should actually look at our focus set and explain what the goal is going to be. So you can zoom out of your focus now with your mouse wheel, and look how big it is. France has a new focus tree in this DLC. Same for Spain, the whole civil war changed, and Portugal also has a new tree. And also Vichy France and Free France have a new tree as well. So it's a huge one. But unfortunately, all of this is going to be not for us. And why is that? Because you guys voted for the Monarchist tree, and we will try to go this way. But I won't spoiler too much. So yeah, if you choose the popular front here, we get more stability, and that's going to be a problem at the start of the game. Hopefully we won't get rebellions. And then you can go towards the communist side, and you can also revive the national bloc. Then you can go more fascist side, and also the monarchist side, and that's what we are going to do. Over here there is the rearmament tree, and you want to get here as quickly as possible to the army reform, because then you remove the national spirit, the victors of the Great War. So we will try to get there soon, but the problem is we need more war support, and we will not have this at the start of the game as France. That's going to be another problem we have to tackle. And over here is the research, the industry branch. You can get a lot of civilian and military factories and 2 research slots, but it's gonna take some time before we get these. And of course on the right side, this is all the political side, and here on the right side there is the naval one and a small air focus. So let's start with the political focus, because we need to change our government. We will go with the Revive the National Bloc, and we will get a new leader, Pierre Laval. We get more political power, and the trade deal opinion factor goes up. The political landscape is growing more and more radical by the day. The left whispers of making common cause with the communists. What is needed now is strong, stable leadership. So, let's go over it. And this guy will get replaced. So, as France at the start of the game, you have, of course, the London Naval Treaty, like all the other nations. So, the maximum cost of your cruisers, carriers and heavy ships. The victors of the Great War. Terrible. Terrible modifier, because the victors of the Great War gives you minus 0.3 population. That's not too bad, I would say. War support minus 5%. Very bad. Land doctrine research speed minus 75%. So we are not going to start with a land doctrine research. It's just too much. The disjointed government will go away pretty soon. We get almost no political power. We lose stability, and our surrender limit is lower. We have protected by the marginaux. Over here we have level 10 forts with Germany. And we get more planning, but the planning speed goes slower. Full employment. I don't know how we get rid of this one, but the recruitable population is minus 25%. Very bad. Political violence. The communist and the far-right extremist leagues are always ready to resort violence to advance their political cause, so they can rise up. And we have an inefficient economy. We are terrible. That's the whole conclusion, right? And we have to get rid of these, and we get some more new spirits later on in the game. Let's get the research done. We will always start with the basic machine tools, with the construction. We do have a fuel silos, but we almost have no fuel income. We can build... no, we cannot build a fuel refinery. We need this one. But we get a bit more fuel from oil, and maybe we should start importing some oil from America or something. And the first thing that's new is the engineer tab. There is no recon bonuses. I mean, the decryption and encryption stuff. And this is different now. You are not getting intel of the enemy with these focuses, these research slots anymore. It goes by your spies, and we will go there pretty soon. So we will go for the research speed. We will also go for the computing. We want all the research speed as quickly as we can. The civilian factories. At the start of the game, we are only gonna build civilian factories. We need a ton of them. And in the beginning, we also get some bonuses, I think, that we can build more. So let's focus a bit on these things. This. Pre-military factories. Well, we have almost nothing. We have 4 now in infantry equipment, 1 support and 1 artillery, 1 light tank and 1 motorized. And I will keep it like this for now, at the start of the game. We have a lot of ships that are getting built. I will try to finish these boats, especially the destroyers. The heavy ships, we have 2 heavy ships in the queue. These are gonna go all the way down. I don't want these to finish first, because they are gonna take so long. We want to get our other stuff first, so the early cruisers should get built first, and the submarines that are still in the queue. They have some progress, so why not finish them, right? It's a waste if you don't, in my opinion. 1 and 1, 1. There we go. I think that's fine. So that is all arranged. So the new intel thing, let's take a look at it. It's over here. The decisions tab is still the same, I think. The treaties here are still in the game. Political actions that we are not going to use because we cannot lose stability. It's terrible. And yeah, let's put that one away. And now we have a new tab here, the Intelligence Agency. Manage your country's intelligence agency. So this is the whole new thing of this DLC. You can now create an agency and get spies. And with your spies you get intel about the enemy's industry, armies, navies, airplanes. And you can do other stuff as well. It costs 5 civilian factories to create an agency, and it takes 30 days. But since this is the new thing of this DLC, we will do this. And we get the Deuxième Bureau, and we will take that one. Looks a bit French. There we go. Takes 30 days. Then we have an agency, and then we can start doing stuff in the intelligence agency. And I guess we will go over these operations and cryptology and what is all of this later when we are ready. That can be pretty soon. But we are now setting up the game, so maybe it's going to take some time. So research is, I showed the new research things. There's something more as well that I can show you. You now have armored cars. So why do you need armored cars, you may think? Well, it's all about... Maybe it's not listed here. No, that's funny. But maybe I can show it here. In a mobile battalion armored car. An armored car is giving you suppression. And the suppression is now totally different. You don't need garrisons anymore to fight the resistance in an occupied country. It's all gone. It is now all listed in the occupied territories list. And there we go. I'm gonna explain all of this right now. And it's gonna take some time maybe. Everything you have that is not your core is listed in this list. We have Algeria, British Raj, Cameroon, Africa, Chad, China, we have some China provinces, Congo, and all of these territories. They can get some resistance. Now luckily for us, they are very happy with us. They have 70% compliance. Now the compliance is this blue bar behind these small bonuses you get when they get more compliance. And it's growing a bit slowly at the moment because of our civilian oversight. You can now get a law to all these, are these states or regions that are under your control. And you need some garrison to fight the resistance. Now, but when you do civilian oversight, you don't get any compliance. But we still do get a bit of compliance, maybe because of our nation, or that they are happy already, or that there is no resistance, but it goes up really slowly at the beginning when we are not at war. If you give them local autonomy, the compliance goes up with 0.02, I think once a day, but you don't fight any resistance. Now we are doing minus 10%. Local autonomy is doing 0. Now, this is how much equipment you are going to put to fight the resistance. So you still need a template that is over here. At the moment our Brigade Coloniale is fighting the resistance. Maybe we should go to cavalry because they have a small bonus to suppression. They are a bit more expensive I think, but I think it's worthwhile. But this template is not correct, so for now we use the Brigade or Brigade Coloniale. And later on you can build armored cars, and they are way better to fight the resistance because they have hardness, and then you don't lose your manpower. And as France you have a lot of manpower problems, so for now we use this template, which just consists about 6 infantry, which have a suppression of 9. And that's the only thing you need to do. If you go to the production, you see that you are putting stuff, your guns, to the garrisons. That's the only thing how it works. The more you are fighting the resistance, the more stuff they need. They just go from your stockpile into the state. It's nowhere on the map in a division. It's just putting your equipment into the state where you want to fight the resistance. I hope you guys understand it now. And for now, for example, in Algeria, we need 0.83 to protect against the current resistance over here. And they do it at 100% because they are having full equipment and manpower. Now, what you can do as well, later on, is to get a new regime. When you get more compliance, you can create a collaboration government. I did not do this yet, so it's also new for me. And yeah, to be fair, I'm not a full pro in this game. I think I know how to play it, but these new things I never tested. So we have no resistance anywhere in our colonies. It's all 0. Everyone is compliant with our rule. And yeah, you have some laws. When you get more compliance, when you have 13%, you get enemy operative detection chance offset of your spies. Local police force at 23, you need less garrisons. And we get a bit more good population from Algeria here. And 38% we get more resources and more factories from Algeria. At 58%, really important, you get 20% of the recruitable population from this state. And then this one, of course. So at 70%, we don't want to go below 58. And we won't, because our law is not lowering it. These things will lower it. If you go to a local police force to give a bit more resistance target over here, you don't need that much men. So this is a really nice one. And you also get... Okay, that was it. You don't get any bonuses. But if you go to secret police, you get more resources from the state. Military governor, you get even more stuff, also more manpower. And so on and so on. So the higher you get over here, the more stuff you get from your factories, from the resources and your manpower. And that is all listed over here, the manpower here. We get 0.36 from Algeria. They have no factories. They have 36 steel and we get 87% of it right now. And yeah, that's just how it works. For now I will keep them on civilian oversight. We could go lower. We could go to local autonomy, so we get 10% of our equipment back in the pool for our normal troops. Because we have a shortage of equipment in the start of the game. But I think I will not do it. We don't need more compliance, because we cannot make a new regime anyway. I mean, they are at 70% already, so they don't need more. You can also do no garrison. They get more resistance, but you don't need any garrison. So all the stuff that you use for your fighting the resistance will go back to your manpower pool. But the thing is, if you go back from no garrison to civilian oversight, you need to build up everything again. That's gonna take months, maybe a year, to get all your equipment back into the fighting of the resistance. So you should not do that, I think. You also only want to keep equipment fighting the resistance. So we will just stay on civilian oversight everywhere. And that will be alright. So yeah, let's have a look at France's territories. Of course we have France, we have Corsica here, we have a lot of colonies all over here. We have a couple of units here as well. We have Madagascar, some islands here, Mauritius, what is this one again? I don't know. We have French Guiana, we have Puerto Rico, some islands here. And of course we also have... how is it called? Indochina. French Indochina. So yeah, we have a lot of territory. And we are gonna send all our troops home, because we need them. I'm gonna make one big army here. Gonna split them in half. We need a lot of stuff here. And we will take a look at our generals. We don't have that great generals at the start. This one is having a good attack here. So I guess we are gonna take him and fight maybe Belgium, because that's gonna be a goal at the start with our path. So more reconnaissance, promotion cost, cavalry, that's 2-bit. And yeah, you are a decent commander. You are good for panzers, and you as well, and you as well. Okay, all of you are panzer guys. Running speed, promotion cost. Army reassignment duration, that sounds terrible actually. Yeah, they are all decent. You are gonna go to the Belgian border. You. A bit more defense, Charles de Gaulle. Well, go here, because we need more defense there, I think. And then the other army... I guess I'm just gonna go with the higher level. Here. We're going to that border. We have a lot of divisions over here. How many are there? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's make a new theater. Oh yeah, first we need to make a new army, new theater. And we're gonna call this the African Theater. Is it with a C or a K? I still don't know. And you're gonna go to the Italian border. And you don't need that many troops here. These guys can go towards this line here. 8 is fine. 8 troops at this Italian border sound like a great plan. We have a lot of troops over here that are really not useful at the start of the game, so these are also going towards here. We have still a couple of troops left. We have one in Syria. We don't have any resources in Syria, so we don't really need the troops right now over here. Gonna send them over there. You go to that army. And are we gonna keep some troops over here? I think I will. New theater. Indochina. just go over there. Okay, that were all my troops in the game. Alright, that are the troops. We have a lot of templates that we don't need. I will show you why. We have a division d'infanterie, normal infantry division, 9 infantry with 1 support artillery. And we have a division colonial who is exactly the same. So why would we have the same template? So I will just do... Oh wait. Get the deadsman thingy here and we will kill all of these and we will make these the normal one. There we go. Also the horses are going away. The start is gonna be a bit slow. There we go as well, and that was that template, I think. No. Oh, the Indochina ones, yeah. So, go away. Now the horses are not useful anymore. They are also gonna be normal divisions. There we go. Also go to the normal divisions. And you as well. I'm just gonna show everything. I could do this off stream, but no. I'm just gonna do everything on it. We will keep it. Because I think I will make this a garrison for our resistance. But we have support here, and that's just really stupid. In my opinion. We have 8 suppression. And yeah, suppression doesn't do anything with the recon, so I'm gonna call this the military police for still, so I remember what I should do with it. And I think that was it for now. The last thing I need to do is get my mountaineers in the army with Italy. Because I think we might go to war with Italy. Chances are higher in the game. And then they should fight in the mountains over there. There we go. And my armored divisions should go to Belgium's army. Because there are no hills there. And then a couple of these are going there. There we go. I think that was everything for the setup. Is there something else that I wanted to show? I think I showed all the new things, like the occupied territories here, the new garrison tab here. Yeah, I think I showed everything. So our templates for the tanks are meh. These have a little bit soft attack, 4 motorized, 2 tanks, light tanks. And we also have the 4 light tanks only. This one is, in my opinion, terrible. Maybe we should also get rid of that one. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this one as well. We want them to be the other one, so they have some organization. So the last thing I need to do is change these ones to the division something something. And then we can get rid of this one. There we go. Alright. Air and Navy. I will set up my Navy, I think, in the next episode. I think we're gonna unpause and play the game a bit. I don't think I'm gonna make any more troops in the queue. Because we need 13,000 infantry equipment, a bit of artillery, and a lot of motorized, so it's gonna take a long time. What I can do is just assemble all my navies in one place. I can't? I'm sure I can, to be honest. Maybe I have to click everything here. Oh wait, I should not click the... oh no, I can click everything. There we go. I think I know how to play the naval game, by the way. I saw some videos from Modern Viking. Maybe you guys know him. He's a very good HOI4 player. And I think I understand it. So These are my carrier planes. We should not take those out. And we will disband the air wings here and make our own. 200 fighters. 200 fighters. And 200 bombers, and that's it. Then we have some reserves, and that's gonna be it. And let's get all our planes here and my naval bombers over there. Alright, so we are playing the game. The start is going to be very slow, because you just wait for your national focus to complete. And yeah, we almost make no political power. It is terrible. How is the sound actually? Is there any... This would be a bit louder. Maybe a little bit, right? Game options. That did do nothing. I think this is a new song. It's still really not loud enough. A little bit hard. There we go. You can at least hear something, right? So yeah, we have the Maginot Line. We have level 10 forts at the border with Germany. We don't have any forts over here. And of course, the Spanish Civil War is totally changed in this DLC. We are not going to be looking at it too much. But let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, also before we go to war, we should put some troops here so we can take over Sardinia. There we go, we have our agency. So we now have our agency and we can still do nothing. Well, that's not true actually. And we are recruiting an operative. An operative, I think. It's 28 days. It goes automatically when you make your agency. And then we can start doing stuff. Now when you create your intelligence agency, these 5 buttons appear. If you click on one of them, you get the upgrades. These 4 are these 4 boxes. Defenses, these have 5 stripes because they have 5 levels. Or 4 levels actually, 4 levels. You can get passive defense, so you get counterintelligence. It consumes 5 of your civilian factories for... how long? 30 days again. Let's get to some defense. It's not really needed, but you need to upgrade, because the more upgrades you do, the more operatives you get. With the 5th upgrade you get a 2nd one. So let's get a bit of defense. It's always really nice to get some defense. So what can you do? When you do this one, you get more civilian intelligence, army intelligence, navy intelligence, and air intelligence plus 25%. So what does that do? If, for example, go to Germany and we go to the intel ledger, I think that's also new. You see that our intel now is 25%. And the higher your percentage, the more things you will know, as you can see in this list. And these just give a passive bonus, and you can see more of the nations around you. At least that is what I think how it works. If you know how it works and you know for sure, then correct me in the comment section. That's totally fine. I'm still learning, so. And of course, when we have our spies soon, our operatives, we get more intel as well. And so that was that branch. The bonuses here. Defense for counterintelligence, anti-partisans to root out resistance mission effects. If you have resistance somewhere and you cannot get rid of it by your laws, like your military police or your harsh governor that is occupying the land, you can put your operatives there and get rid of your resistance better with this one. And that is the defense, that is the intelligence. Now there are operations. We can steal blueprints from other nations. We can coordinated strike. I'm not sure what it is, I didn't do that one yet. Invisible ink. So we have less risk of stealing a blueprint. Target sabotage efficiency, strengthen the resistance efficiency, and suicide pills. When your operatives getting caught in the nation, there's a chance that they are gonna kill themselves with a suicide pill. If they cannot handle the torches anymore, I guess. Oh god. So yeah. We cannot do this operation because we have no intel network. We will do that when we get our spy, and then I will show you what all of this is. And operative training, you can choose your operative and then you get more choices. They can get a commando trait, enemy operative capture chance, and so on and so on. Propaganda, you can boost your ideology with your operatives in other countries as well. It's going really slow. And the last thing that you can do is build a cryptology department. And when you build your department over here, you can do cryptology. But that's going to be later as well, because that's not going to be happening at the start. But fairly soon, I guess, we will get it. So let's get some defense for now. It'll take 30 days to get it completed. I think my navy is all now in the dock. I will group them up. And we are gonna make some new task forces. So all my carriers, battleships, heavy cruisers are gonna be in one. And let's see, how am I gonna do this? It's gonna be a new one, yes. Now all my submarines are gonna be in a new one. There we go. We will give you this submarine icon. And yeah, you are the Submarine Fleet. And all of these are gonna be in task force of 10 boats, I think. Sub 1. Gonna be, we have to, I think I'm gonna do my navy after this episode. Just set up everything, because it's just too much work. Alright, let's keep playing a bit. So yeah, we have low manpower. I'm not gonna put any people in the armies. So yeah, we were gonna go for the national bloc. Then we go for the utilize the leagues. So we get more fascism and non-aligned, but we lose stability. And then we go to the Council of Rambouillet. And then revise the constitution. So we get some stability. And then we go to this one to get rid of our disjointed government. Very nice. And then we are gonna get a monarch on our throne. Which one should I pick? Maybe you guys know already. If you think that you know which one I'm gonna pick, then tell me. I think it's pretty obvious. Pretty obvious which one I'm gonna take. You can go there. And I think I'm gonna end this first episode. There's a lot of talking. But yeah, that was the start situation of France, and we are gonna prepare. So let's pause the game. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like the video. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode when I completed my naval stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. And bye bye.